are going to talk about the sum and product of quadratic equations. So in sum and product of quadratic equations, we have the formula that we are going to use. For the sum, meron tayong r sub 1 plus r sub 2 is equal to negative b over a, which means that your r is or are your roots or the roots of your quadratic equation. While in product, we have r sub 1 times r sub 2 is equal to c over a. Those are the formulas that we are going to familiarize and remember when we are getting or when we are solving the sum and product of quadratic equation. First example, x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. This is our quadratic equation. Now, what is our a? Our a is 1, our b is 4, and our c is negative 5. Okay. Now, to solve the sum, we are going to use the formula. R sub 1 plus r sub 2 is equal to negative b over a. Copy the negative sign. What is the value of our b? Our b is 4 and our a is 1. Therefore, the sum is negative 4. That's the sum of our quadratic equation x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. Now, let's try to solve the product. In getting the product, again, the same formula but different operation. Dito gagamit tayo. We are going to use here the multiplication symbol is equal to c over a. Again, what is our c? Our c is negative 5 and our a is positive 1. Therefore, it is equal to, or the product is negative 5. The sum or the product of x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0 is negative 5. Next, another example. What if our quadratic equation is written in the form of 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals 0? Okay. First, we are going to identify the value of our leading coefficient. What is our a is 4, our b is 4, and our c is 1. Okay. Now, we are now going to solve the sum of quadratic equation. Again, using the formula r sub 1 plus r sub 2 is equal to negative b over a. So what is our b? Our b is negative, 4. O copy the sign, negative over our a is 4. O ayan. So, negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 1. Therefore, the sum of the quadratic equation 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals 0 is negative 1. Now, how about the product? In solving the product, again, we use r sub 1 times r sub 2 is equal to c over a. Ayan. So, our c is 1, our a is 4. Oh, it's very basic. That's now the product of our quadratic equation 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Next, last example. If our quadratic equation is written in the form of x squared minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. Okay. Again, always remember the value of our leading coefficient because it is very important. Our a is equal to 1. Our b is equal to negative 8. As what you can see, it's negative 8. Then our C is equal to 15. Okay. Now, let's try to solve the sum. Our sum is R sub 1 plus R sub 2 is equal to negative B over A. Okay, copy the negative sign. What is our B? Negative 8. Our A is 1. Okay, negative sign again. Negative 8 divided by 1 is negative 8. Therefore, equals positive 8 because negative times negative is positive. Okay, how about the product? Again, formula R sub 1 times, R sub 1 times R sub 2 is equal to C over A. So what is our C? Our C is 15 and our A is 1. Therefore, the product is 15 because 15 divided by 1 is still 15. Therefore, the sum and product of the quadratic equation x squared minus 8x plus 15 equals 0 is 8 and 15. Now, how about finding quadratic equation using the given roots? In finding quadratic equation using the given roots, we have x squared minus our r sub 1 or the first root plus r sub 2 times x plus r sub 1 times r sub 2 equals 0. In short, we are going to apply the sum and product of quadratic equation. Okay. Now, like for example, we have a roots of negative 5 and negative 6. Let's try to apply it or to substitute it on the given formula so that we can find our quadratic equation. Okay, x squared minus our first root is negative 5 plus our second root is negative 6 x plus again our root 1 is negative 5 times negative 6 is equal to 0. Now, simplify. Copy the x squared or the quadratic term. The minus sign, negative 5 plus negative 6. When you're adding both negative numbers, just simply add the number and copy the sign. So negative 5 plus 6 is 11. Copy the variable x plus the product of negative 5 times negative 6 is positive 30 equals 0. Simplify again. X squared plus, since it is negative times negative, it becomes positive 11 times x is x plus 30 is equal to 0. Now, this is our quadratic equation with a roots of negative 5 and negative 6. Another example, like for example, our roots is negative 1/3 and negative 1/6. Okay, copy this. Apply the substitution method. X squared plus, what is our first root? Our first root is negative 1/3 plus our second root is negative 1/6. Then copy the x plus negative 1/3 times negative 1/6 equals 0. Then, copy the quadratic term plus simplify this one, get the LCD. LCD is 6. Since it is both negative, 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 1, negative 2 plus negative 1. X plus the product of negative 1/3 times negative 1/6 is positive 1 over 18 equals 0. Now x squared plus negative 2 plus negative 1, negative 3 over 6. X plus 1 over 18 equals 0. It becomes x squared plus negative 3, 6 or negative, Okay, negative 3, 6. Reduce it to lowest term. It becomes negative 1/2 x plus 1 over 18 equals 0. So this is now our quadratic equation with the roots of negative 1/3 and negative 1/6. Thank you for this video. I hope that you've learned a lot. And see you for another vlog.